For all those people that are going to be like, this split isn't optimal, you need to be in the gym way more. Like, bro, you're clearly not the guy who's here trying to figure out how to lift while working 40 plus hours a week. I am busy. I don't have time to live in the gym. As long as I'm still making gains, that's all I care about. And I'm sure that's what the people who actually are watching this and trying to absorb some information care about. How do I get in the gym for the least amount of time possible and make the most amount of gains? That's what they care about. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. That's what I'm trying to show you you can do. Just got off work, 6:30 to 3 o'clock. We're on our way to the gym right now. I'm gonna explain my split a little bit. I'm gonna explain why it works for me and why it might work for you. Then I'm gonna go into a live demonstration of my split in action. So what my split is an upper, rest, lower, repeat. I like this split because I'm only working out 3 to 4 times a week. I'm getting plenty of rest in between because it's like, it sounds like it's a lot of volume, but look, you're going in your entire upper body, right? Now you have a rest day in between that. Now you're gonna hit legs. That's 2 days of rest. Then you rest again, 3 days of rest before you hit it again. And that's the same for legs. You're getting 3 days of rest in between upper and lower. So now you're getting plenty of rest time so that when you go back again, you're able to go hard as absolute heck. Main thing behind the split is low volume, high intensity. So we want to be in and out of the gym going hard as absolute heck, but only a few days a week and only doing a few sets per exercise. I'll do 1 set of incline bench press, I'll do 1 set of flies, and then I'll get into my back movement. So it is very, very low volume. And some people may say, well, oh, that's not enough. But when you look into it and the research shows that there are just diminishing returns on all these extra sets or these drop sets where you go hard as frick to failure, then you proceed to do 5 more sets. Every one of those sets is giving you less and less benefits, but delaying your recovery time every single time. You're getting more and more delayed recovery, so now it's going to take longer for your muscle to grow back and for you to be recovered to lift again, while not getting as much returns on that. That's why it's more beneficial to keep that lower volume and just go hard once and then rest. Like, I still do like maybe 2 sets, 3 sets if it's something really small like side delts, but other than that, I'm sticking to the 1 to 2 set range. Then for rest time, I do take a lot of rest time in between sets, mainly depending on what I'm hitting. So like, let's say I just did a bench press. I will wait 3 to 4 minutes in between each bench press. So yes, if you work a 9 to 5, this split will work amazing for you, because people tell you, you need to be in the gym 5 days a week, bro. You need to be going 3 hours a day, bro. You need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. No. Just get in there, do your 1 to 2 sets of hard work per muscle group, get out, rest, repeat. That's all you need to do. You do not need to be in the gym that much. 3 to 4 days a week, 1 hour each time, each session is more than enough to grow muscle. I've actually grown more muscle myself doing this split than when I went 5-6 days a week. I was going almost every single day, doing an hour of cardio. I was hitting like 6 freaking workouts per muscle group. And then I would wonder why I wouldn't be recovered. I'd be sore for like days at a time, but I wasn't growing. I wasn't getting stronger. I want to freaking be able to go to work, go to the gym, and go home and still get gains. And I know that you feel the same. Now we're lowering the volume to only 3 to 4 days a week, and we can even have those sessions be an hour or less. Meaning you're only going to have to commit 3 to maybe 5 hours a week to get the results you want. Don't let these gurus convince you that you need to be in the gym 6 days a week, 3 hours. That's BS. All these extra sets and overworking yourself doesn't actually lead to more muscle. It could actually affect muscle growth negatively, because the diminishing returns hit, you're not actually building more muscle, you're not actually getting more strength, but you're delaying recovery time. Because muscle growth and strength don't come from destroyed muscle fibers. It comes from muscle adaptation, actually pushing yourself and getting stronger. All that matters is putting on strength and progressively overloading with the same good form, of course. This is going to cause your muscles to want to adapt to this weight, grow bigger, and grow stronger. That's why I believe 3 to 4 days a week, hour in, hour out, best way to go for all, especially for you hard workers who don't want to live in the gym and actually have jobs, families, businesses, etc. Now, if you're confused as hell from what I've been talking about, because I'm not very good at explaining things, I'm going to give you a live demonstration of one of my leg days right now. All right, we just got to the gym, so now I'm going to show you a live demonstration of what my workout looks like, so you can see what I mean by low volume, high intensity. Proper warm-up is very essential when you're about to go super heavy. For me, I don't lift a lot, but it's heavy for me. You don't have to rest as long on your warm-up sets, but still, don't go too hard back to back to back, because you will fatigue yourself before your actual set that you want to progressively overload on. You still want to lift enough to where you actually get warmed up and ready for your set. All right, so we just did our last heavy warm-up set. So now what I usually do is I incorporate that 3 to 4 minutes of rest time right now, because the next set is the progressive overload set, where we're going to go super heavy and try and PR. That way we can actually stimulate muscle growth. All right, so it's been around 3 to 4 minutes, so now we're about to hop into our progressive overload set. You're about to see how hard you're supposed to push yourself, because it's about to suck. Oh God. Yeah, that's what a heavy set should look like. You should be noticeably pushing yourself, grunting, the whole 9 yards. Now, you don't need to go to failure to grow muscle. You don't need to go until you literally can't go anymore. I just did because, well, I felt like it, but as long as you are getting stronger over time, that's all you need. It's another gym myth. You need to go to failure to grow. So scratch that off your head. All right, now we're doing leg extensions. Since we already warmed up, we don't need to go crazy with the warming up right now. We can just feel our way into the weight we want to do. For something like leg extensions, I do a little bit more weight, or a little bit more reps than I do on something like a pendulum squat. I'll aim for like 8 to 10. Still don't want to go too high in reps, but I think last time I did 240, so we'll go for 250 this time. Sheesh, I'm cutting, so progressive overload's a little tough right now. All right, here we go. We got a 3 to 4 minutes of rest in. Now, it's time. Here we go. It's a little too heavy. A little bit of ego lifting. We're gonna lighten the weight. I am getting a little weaker because of the cut. That one set on that is done. So now we're on the next exercise. 1 set per thing, and we're going on to the next thing. Next, we got RDLs. I am already tired. Now we'll rest, get our equipment on. Let me move this back a little bit. There we go. All right, here we go. the breaking point, but it's worth it when you get those gains, and you only need to be in here 3 to 4 days a week. And just because I'm doing these exercises doesn't mean you need to copy me. The exercise selection matters way less than people think. As long as you hit and progressively overload each muscle group and get the appropriate rest, that's all that matters. So yeah, there's no one way, there's no one exercise that's perfect for each muscle group. All right, see, look, 1 step per thing, hard as frick. I'm not even gonna show me doing calves because I don't feel like recording anymore. But anyways, yeah, you should be leaving the gym barely being able to walk right.